Can we ask God for money? Is it okay to pray for money and ask God, Lord, I need money to pay my bills. Send money, send money. I need this money. I need that money. What do you think about that? I think a lot of people do that. And so I want to share my experience with you years ago when I was asking God for money every single day. I'm Sharon Restrepo, and I get the honor of leading a movement called Women at War, where I get to help equip kingdom women to succeed as Proverbs 31 women in life and business. Many years ago, I lost my husband to a tragic accident, and I jumped into the business of real estate out of desperation to keep myself from actually taking my own life. When I finally devoted my life to the Lord, everything changed. I made him CEO of my life and my business. And so I'm here to share with you what that looks like in the business arena for the Proverbs 31 woman. And so years ago, I was asking the Lord, money, money, money. Bring me money for the deals. Help me to make the deals. Help me to buy the houses, sell the houses, whatever the case may be. But the ultimate motive of my heart was for God to send money. I was praying that every single day, so much so that the thought came to me that my focus is on money. It's the first thing I pray about. It's the first thing I think about in the morning because I need it. It's provision. And, who can live without it? And so I decided that since what I focus on expands, maybe I just need to lay that at the foot of the cross and just trust that God's going to bring the money. And so that's the first thing that I did. And it actually helped me a lot. It changed the way that I thought, changed my priorities, and it worked for a while. It was good for me. But I know the Lord had me on a training season, right? We're always in some type of training season. And so it came to pass again that I began to ask God for money. And so this time the Lord spoke to me and said, don't ask me for money. Don't pray for money. We don't have money in heaven. Therefore, I can only give you what's in heaven, so don't ask for money. What you need to pray for is divine appointments and opportunities. That I can create and release to you. Wow, what a game changer, right? Now, we already know from Proverbs 3:6, and I'm going to read it to you here. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths, right? And so when we are acknowledging God, we're putting him in that position of CEO and boss of our lives and our business, then he will create the divine appointments. You don't have to chase provision. Chase the provider. Seek him first, and all of those things will be given to you, the Bible says. And so I want to share with you 3 tips that the Lord gave me in that season that literally changed the way that I looked at finances and that I did business. And so the first tip is to make him your source. And so in my business of real estate investing, there's transactions, there's sellers, there's buyers. And if I'm chasing money and not the provider, if I'm chasing the provision, then I'm looking at every single person as a paycheck, as an opportunity to be the next dollar sign in my life, instead of knowing that he's my provider and he's my source, and every single one of these divine appointments are there for me to serve in excellence. And so if I'm there to serve them in whatever way that looks like to meet their need at that time, because I work for God and he's the source of my paycheck, well, I'm going to be going into every single appointment with a very different motive, with sincerity and compassion, because it's not about the money. It's about serving the one that God put in front of me. So those divine appointments can certainly turn into paychecks, but the motive of my heart is what matters. And so it's not about the money, it's about the motive. And then the Lord also taught me how to work in excellence. And when we work in excellence, he will put us before kings. So our provision will actually increase because kings pay more, right? Sometimes you become the king in your industry. And other times you get to work with and for kings. You get opportunities that put you with kings, so to speak, in the business world that you're in, so that you can prosper greater and even be an influence in those kings' lives. And so however the Lord's going to use you, you're going to work in excellence. And the way to work in excellence in any job that you have, any career, even if you're self-employed, is to become an expert in that business. So if I've got to work in excellence and I'm competing in the world, let's say, then I need to know everything about that product or service. I need to know the laws. I need to know the paperwork. I need to know how to serve my customers. So in my business of real estate and the clients that I served, I needed to know the foreclosure process. I needed to be connected with sources that could help them if I couldn't. I needed to know the paperwork well. I needed to know all about houses and the cost of renovations. I had a lot to learn, right? So you have a lot to learn if you want to be the expert in what you do. And why is it important to be the expert? Because if God is going to send real help to someone in need, He's going to send who can bring the real help to that person. Just like myself, if I'm praying for the best contractor who can really fix my house in excellence, it doesn't necessarily matter that that contractor is a believer or not. What matters is that he works in excellence and can work to the bar that I've set with the Lord to cause that house to look the best and be the best product on the market and serve that family well that's going to buy it. And so if an unbeliever can serve someone better, that might be the one who gets the divine appointment and not me. And so if I want to be the one that God sends, I need to become the person God can send, because kings are hiring the best and kings know the difference. And so I don't care if you have a lawn business. If you are doing the best job, the kings are going to hire you. The fact you're a believer is an incredible bonus, because now the Lord gets to use you and put you in places where you can minister to people that no one else can. But it's because you took the time to invest and sow into yourself so you could be the excellent worker that God can send. And lastly, the Word teaches us that what we steward well increases. And there was a time in our property management business that we were going to market for more property management clients, market to owners who could bring us more inventory to manage and therefore increase our bottom line, right? And when we were going to do that, the Lord said, I don't want you to do it that way. That's the world's way. In this particular instance, I want you to not market. Don't spend money on bringing in more clients. I want you to steward the clients that you already have even better. And so when we looked at the clients that we had and we said, what are the procedures that we have in place right now and how can we improve those? So what are the things our clients have asked for? What are the things that our clients are asking now? How are we communicating with them? How can we improve in every level in service to our clients so that we are an excellent provider, a service provider to them? That's what we did. We spent time stewarding our flocks, right? Even better. And then because the supernatural law that we partner with as believers allows God to work in cooperation with our act of faith, then we get the supernatural increase of more business just happening to find me online or being referred to by the clients that are so happy with the service that they're getting. And so those are the three different areas that the Lord took us on the journey to teach us about stewarding our clients, serving in excellence, becoming that expert that God can promote because He can trust you with the client, right? And praying for the divine appointments and becoming the person with the character God can put into all those divine appointments. And so the answer is all of that bundled up. But we're not going to ask God for money, not because He doesn't want to give it to you, but because it's not in heaven to provide. We need to ask Him for the things that are in heaven. And remember, it's never about the money. It's always about the motive of our heart. Can God trust us with the more that we want? And if not, then become the person God can trust with the more that you're asking for. I pray that this blesses you today, and I just pray a blessing over the work of your hands and your business and your heart to serve the Lord.